welcome to Parthanin Weather. Today we are going to see about the monsoon break and active phases. I'm going to explain it with the current scenario, and also we are going to see about the upcoming low pressure area over Bay of Bengal by 9th August. So let's get into the subject. The cause for precipitation in monsoon regions and over rain shadow regions. I'm going to explain about the basic differences between rain shadow regions and the monsoon regions, how southwest monsoon is giving the rainfall, and what causes the rainfall in both the regions. It has the basic differences. Let's look into it. First, let's see the basic difference and cause for precipitation in two different zones: monsoon core areas and rain shadow regions. First, monsoon core areas, we have a Somali jet, as you all know, that is a westerly jet, which picks up over west coast, and monsoon axis over central India, and that forms when the westerly wind is very active. Strong westerlies at lower levels over west coast and easterlies over east and central India. These westerlies and easterlies are Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal branches, which converges near the central India, and that is where the monsoon axis forms. Tropical easterly jet over upper troposphere. Upper troposphere is around approximately 8 kilometers above the sea level, where the wind is easterly, as we have seen in the past few videos, like lower level and upper level. Lower level will be westerly wind, upper level will be exactly opposite, easterly wind. And strong high pressure area will form over Madagascar. This Madagascar high pressure pushes the wind towards the North Indian Ocean, and that becomes the Somali jet over Arabian Sea. And also there is a tropical southwesterly wind across the Bay of Bengal, and that also becomes easterly once it reaches Odisha and West Bengal and joins this Arabian Sea branch in central India. Okay, during rain shadow regions, during break phase of monsoon, rain shadow regions like Tamil Nadu, South Andhra, South India, Karnataka, Telangana, all these regions will get severe thunderstorms during break phase of monsoon. That is because during that time the Somali jet weakens. So what happens is that the monsoon axis moves towards foothills of Himalayas, so it moves north. So what happens is that because of the movement of axis, the westerly wind at lower level becomes northwesterly, and tropical easterly jet over upper troposphere, that is 8 kilometer, that also becomes weaker, and that brings more divergence towards this red shadow region, and also weakening of high pressure near Madagascar. The high pressure, either it weakens or it also shifts from its original position. So these are the basic difference for monsoon core areas and rain shadow regions. Now let's see how these dynamics works. Just with the help of map, I'm trying to show it to you. This is today's map, that is 5th August, and this is Madagascar high. This white circle, the high pressure area at surface level. So when this high pressure area strengthens, it pushes the wind towards North Indian Ocean, that is near equator. After reaching the equator, till equator, the wind is southeasterly. After crossing equator, it becomes southwesterly, right? And becomes westerly when it reaching the west coast of India. And there is one more branch going from Bay of Bengal, and this also reaching central India as an easterly wind. So the both westerly and easterly wind converges near the central India, where the monsoon axis forms, and this axis is the driving force for southwest monsoon rainfall across the country, and this is called Somali jet, which is westerly, and Bay of Bengal wind becomes southerly, and once it reaches Indian coast near North Bay, it becomes easterly. So this is the driving force at surface level of atmosphere, surface level of sea level. So this brings the heavy precipitation across the country. This is rainfall chart of today and for next 2 days. You can see that the rain shadow regions are getting very weak, but with the west coast is continuously getting a heavy rainfall during next 2 to 3 days. But rain shadow regions are weak because of the uh, uh, western Ghats, the continuous mountains from Nasik near over Maharashtra, northern Maharashtra, and continues till south Tamil Nadu. So this is the reason for rain shadow region not getting the rainfall during active monsoon phase. Now this is upper level. This is what I was saying. This is 8 kilometers above the sea level. There is an anticyclone forming over North India and also over Himalayas and extending towards the Middle East and Mediterranean Sea. So the wind movement is exactly opposite to surface level. What we saw at surface level is westerly. Here it becomes easterly wind. This is the exact characteristics of southwest monsoon, and when southwest monsoon have to be active, these wind pattern have to be in place. Surface level westerlies and upper level easterlies. This brings active monsoon phase. So this is why monsoon is right now very active across the country. Now let me go into the animation map. Just wanted to tell you something that as of today, 5th August, the low pressure area is over Gujarat and Kutch, and this is going to bring very heavy rainfall over the entire west coast for next 12 to 24 hours, and then it moves again westward, and it is going to weaken by tomorrow. But still, westerly winds are very strong, and rain will continue for tomorrow. But the same wind is weakening over these regions, this rain shadow region, because the wind was very strong for the past few days. Tamil Nadu, South Andhra, South Interior Karnataka did not get any thunderstorms. But from tomorrow it is slowing down, so chances of rainfall over Tamil Nadu and South Interior Karnataka will increase. But it may not be heavy, but it might be light to moderate rain. And one important thing is that by 9th, we are going to see a low pressure area forming over west central Bay of Bengal near north coastal Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. And this is once again going to trigger westerly wind. So I think only 1 or 2 days will be the rainfall reduction happen over west coast and monsoon core areas. And then from 9th again it is going to pick up. And this low is going to concentrate more over east and northeast India for the uh, subsequent 2 to 3 days after 9th. Let's see the recap. What I was suggesting today. The monsoon core areas needs westerly and Somali jet for rainfall. Madagascar high pressure should be strong. Upper tropospheric tropical easterly jet should be in place. And monsoon axis, we saw that the white line over central India, the easterlies and westerlies meeting place, that should be over central India. So when these 4 points meets, definitely monsoon core areas will get very heavy rainfall. Now let's see for the rain shadow regions, what are the conditions during southwest monsoon, which brings thunderstorms. Northwesterly wind at lower levels of atmosphere. Weak Madagascar high pressure, so that the wind, surface wind will not get pushed towards Somalia, and Somali jet will be weakening. Discontinued upper tropospheric weak jet, tropical easterly jet, that is above 8 kilometer above sea level, the easterly wind should be weak and discontinued. Shift in monsoon axis towards foothills of Himalayas. When there is a northwesterly wind, we can we ourselves can see that axis is going towards the foothills of Himalayas. So I'm coming to forecast for monsoon core areas from 7th to 12th. Short break in monsoon activity over west, east, central, and northeast India from 7th to 9th August. access to move towards foothills of Himalayas during this time. But however, the rainfall activity will continue, but it may not be impacting that much what it had for the past few days. And Kerala mainly has a very good chance for heavy rainfall to continue for next 2 to 3 days. A low pressure to form over west central and adjoining North Bay of Bengal by 9th. This will once again trigger Somali westerly jet and also southerly wind over Bay of Bengal. This low to intensify further and move towards east and central India during subsequent 3 days. That is, after 9th, subsequent 3 days, this will move towards inland of India. Monsoon to become active again from 9th or 10th across core areas of India. Now the forecast for rain shadow regions. So as the axis shift temporarily towards Himalayas from 7th, dip in low level trough to bring thunderstorms over Tamil Nadu, South Interior Karnataka and North Coastal Andhra Pradesh between 7th to 10th August. Rainfall intensity shall increase over North Coastal Andhra and Telangana after 9th, since low pressure circulation will favor, because the low pressure is forming on 9th near North Coastal and Odisha, North Coastal Andhra and Odisha. So it will increase the rainfall activity over Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Thunderstorm activity to reduce in these in the regions, in the rain shadow regions from 9th or 10th again. So once again the rain wind pattern, wind velocity will increase from 9th. So this is the cause for precipitation over monsoon regions and over rain shadow regions. The difference is active phase of monsoon gives rain to monsoon core areas. Break phase of monsoon gives thunderstorms to rain shadow regions. So I hope by now you all learned something about southwest monsoon pattern of rain over monsoon core area and rain shadow regions. The break and active phase of monsoon are two phases which bring rain in different times. If you like this video, please like and share it with your friends. And also, if you have any questions, please post it in comment section. Please do subscribe to this channel so that it will motivate me to bring more dynamical videos in future. Thanking you so much for your patience in watching this video. Also, for day-to-day activities, you can follow me. Day-to-day forecast, you can follow me in Facebook and Twitter.